Welcome to Engineering Influence, the official podcast of the American Council of Engineering Companies. We are coming to you live from our fall conference in Austin, Texas. And this podcast is sponsored by HDR. We're very thankful for HDR to support this programming. And I am pleased to be joined today by Adam Rickey. He is the chair of the CAMEE Coalition. CAMEE Coalition stands for Coalition of American Mechanical and Electrical Engineers. Adam, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
So let's just talk about CAMEE. You're the chair. Just tell us a little bit about the firms that would be eligible to join and the importance of CAMEE within the bigger coalition umbrella.
Sure, absolutely. The firms that join are generally mechanical, electrical, plumbing, or fire protection engineers. So we help in everything, do a lot of work in the vertical environment. We also do a lot of support in the horizontal environment for anything that happens with all of our engineering brethren with respect to civil, structural, survey, and just anything really that gets built. We're a part of it.
Gotcha. Very important. So I know right now you're in the middle of a membership campaign. So, and we're really just trying to engage more firms, especially within MEP activities. Can you talk about what that membership campaign looks like and how you're trying to just generate some more members?
Sure. So the membership campaign, we have there's a lot of members within ACEC, and within that, the MEP firms are not as well represented, and so we want to make sure that these folks are getting their worth from ACEC from the business to the business aspect and the advocacy side of things. So. Right. These firms have a lot of involvement generally in the industry with the technical side of the house. Okay. And so, understanding one of the hot button topics, right, the R&D tax credit, understanding how ACEC is advocating for them and how it can help them and for them to have a voice within the organization and be able to speak out and help promote what's happening within all these issues that affect our businesses.
Yeah, I think when you think about the coalitions and specifically CAMEE, the objectives. And so one of the objectives is to roll back R&D amortization. What other objectives are you looking at? What else is kind of on the docket here?
So yeah, I mean, it's being more plugged into the advocacy arm of ACEC. And so with that, the additional committees that are being stood up around energy and technology, our firms and our member organizations have a lot of, they work in 3D modeling all the time. They work in computer-aided design all the time. So that technology aspect and where things are going, AI is a hot button topic. So our firms are developing aspects of AI to make us more efficient and to capitalize on that power within the organization. And so that's something ACEC is very plugged into. Same thing on the energy front. The energy side with the electric vehicle charging and right. Zero emission mobility and decarbonization. Those are all things that are being talked about at a national level that our member firms are part of, either helping to set that precedent in the industry or designing those facilities. Right.
So those objectives that you're talking about, right? You're talking about EVs, AI. So in the meetings that are happening, you're talking about those topics, right? You're networking. What's happening behind the scenes a little bit for someone who may not be familiar with what it means to be a member?
So yeah, I mean those are definitely happening within in our executive committee meetings, in the roundtables that are happening both at the CEO level that ACEC puts on, but it's also a hot topic within the coalitions. And right. So within that, we kind of dive a little deeper. Our members are diving deeper into what it means for them and what they're into, whether it's public or private or federal, and how these aspects are affecting their business. Sure. And so with that, what's happening behind the scenes is we're able to take our members on the Hill. We're able to write letters and show what it means to our businesses and how what effects are happening with our members for ACEC to help advocate on our behalf.
Right. And that's great. It's great that all that is happening. So there's a lot going on, right? It's yeah. So thinking about, we kind of talked about some of the challenges. You talk about how you're addressing those concerns a little bit. So thinking big picture, right? If we look ahead, what are some of the other objectives over the next coming years? I know you're newly chair, so still kind of new to the seat, but do you have any thoughts around that?
So newly chair, and yes, so with those technical organizations that I mentioned earlier, so that's where there's an opportunity to collaborate between ACEC with the business of the business and the advocacy side with these technical organizations, so that both sides can benefit.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on a work plan and MOU right now with ASHRAE, and that is something they're a large technical force in the HVAC industry, and so we're looking to partner with other technical aspects of the industry to help our members have that business to business and that technical aspect to benefit them in what they do daily.
Gotcha. So just a little shameless plug for the coalition. So if I am a member of ACEC and I would like to join a coalition, how does that work? Is it just I go and
so it should be pretty easy that
right.
You're able to if you're a new member, the great news is that when you sign up, there's an opportunity to get 1 year free with a coalition of your choice.
Okay.
If you're an existing member looking up the coalitions, we're doing a lot of collaboration with the other coalitions, so it's great being in that in that built environment.
Right.
That with our structural engineer friends, the surveyors, geoprofessionals, land development, we all work so closely in the industry anyways on any project. It's also an opportunity to have a voice and network with your peers from across the country,
Right.
Of helping to understand what's going on in their world, helping to support them, and then also being able to have takeaways and bring back to your business.
Right. So actionable takeaways that you could take back to your firm and say, hey, we need to do this. Let's work on it and make it happen. Is that
Exactly.
fair?
So a lot of the new members to the coalitions, when they come and they hear us speaking about what's happening between the coalitions and even within our coalition, the topics we're talking about are, there's always something to be taken away.
Right.
Whether it's how we handle maybe a contract scenario, or I'm getting to the size where I need to add a certain service, and how do you go about doing that? What risks are we taking? And so with that, you have like-minded peers from around the industry, maybe not in your geography, maybe in your geography, that can help support you and give you their take on what they've done to bring it back and hopefully make your business better.
Right. They've been there before. They're here to help. I think that's a huge value. I also do have in my notes that if you do join, the entire firm is actually a member. So anyone from that member
Yes.
is eligible to attend meetings and join the coalition as well. So
right, your joining is for the firm. So it's anyone who's a part of it can come and help the coalition, enjoy all that ACEC has to offer, and
Right.
and we're always looking for new members. So we'd love to, again, shameless plug, come out for CAMEE, the MEP coalition.
So we'll close on that. Is there anything else that you want to add that you think someone who is thinking about it you'd like to for them to hear, our listeners? Anything that we're missing here? We've covered a lot, and clearly I think the value is there, and there's so much going on in the industry right now, especially in MEP. Anything else that you'd like to?
Well, I think the benefit really within the coalitions is having that sense of community,
Right.
that opportunity to connect with your peers, and just understanding. I mean, the business of the business is challenging a lot of the time. We can always figure out how to do the technical aspects of the business,
Sure.
but talking and having this peer network and collaborating within any of the coalitions is the big benefit and takeaway, and something that as you attend ACEC more and more, you see the light bulb click with some of these individuals who are newer, and they see that benefit and they're able to take it back.
Right. Well, Adam, thank you so much for joining the show.
Yes, thank you, Chris, for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll see you at a future convention or fall conference. We'll get you back on and see how things are going.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
All right,
Looking forward to it.
fantastic. That's Adam Rickey, the chair of CAMEE Coalition. That's the Coalition of American Mechanical and Electrical Engineers. This has been another episode of Engineering Influence, the official podcast of the American Council of Engineering Companies. We'll see you next time.